Hello, friends. And I'm just making a quick video because I started the Love Trauma um, Healing All Our Relationships course about 10 days ago, I'm guessing. It's hard to keep track of time because time, sometimes it feels like I live 10 years in a day. And sometimes I live for 10 days without noticing that I did anything. But I wrote a dedication to I've stepped it up. I've stepped my game up, and I've gone to the 5 subject college rule book. I'm going to write all sorts of rules for living in this book and then put the book aside and just live. Because once you wrote the books down, you know what leads to an openness of consciousness, that space where rules aren't really required because you're living intuitively and you're living according to your integrity and your mind and your heart and your body and your relations are aligned. And this is, how I feel right now, which is great. But that varies based on the next thing surfacing that needs to be released and integrated from the past. So the past comes forward, something happens, and we're, triggered. And through that triggering, we can follow through our body, through our emotions, through our mental chatter. We can follow that to wherever that may be. It will be at its core inside the spine, inside the cranium. It's all in your head, inside the cranium, inside the brain, inside the guts of the computer that we run on. Inside the cranium, the skull, and the spine. Inside that is the brain and the spinal cord, which is the information memory system within our Akashic records. So our Akashic records, the records of our life and our lives and the lives of our ancestors, and has access to the entire library. You might get a little overwhelmed when you hear this, but has access to the entire library of the world. So you can tap into that later, maybe not now. But you can tap into parts of it right now by just watching what comes up for you. So when you get triggered and you feel angry or sad or fearful, and you find those feelings and you realize they're just vibrations leading you home to yourself, to your deep self, at the center of your body, at the center of your being, to the Akashic records that hold the unresolved events, the karma, which is just unfinished business. It holds that. And when you feel like you've done the meditation that synchronizes your body, your emotions, your mind, and you find yourself attuned and aligned, at that point when you get triggered, you can just breathe, slow down your panic reaction that you're feeling things. It can create panic. I'm feeling something. And you can just go into it And calm yourself back down through your breath. Check in with your body. Find that place that feels safe for you. Find that place that feels like it's holding that emotion. Find that mental calmness that comes when you become an observer or a witness of your process. And then follow the lines of the emotion down the well into your Akashic records and find the place where it's the root of that energy that is stuck, and then just feel that it's kind of like a vine around the spinal cord. Just feel that vine unwind and release. And so I've written a dedication to this on this book, and it says, I dedicate this book to new beginnings and soft landings. So today I've already gotten to the third section of the book, but today, and I don't know how many sections there are, 8, 10 sections to this one part of this course. I'm going back to the very beginning because I feel more present now, and I want to start at the very beginning because it's a very good place to start. I heard this once, and it just seemed true, and so I'm going to follow those words that came into my mind. Start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. So that's the video for today. I love you all very much. It was so wonderful to hear. I'm just going to name a name. But it was so wonderful to hear from Jude, who was around near the beginning of my making of these videos. And she was one of the first people I just had these beautiful interactions with. And anyway, hey Jude. Really great to have you back and have you commenting and just feel that energy opening back up that was so good before and seems even better now. So anyway, I dedicate this video to St. Jude. So it's St. Steve dedicating the video to St. Jude. And just don't let it get you down. It's only castles turning. All right, remember, in the world, we are living between the Tower card, which is the world's restructuring, and the Hanged One, which is we're all finding new ways to look at the world that are better than the ways our ancestors looked at the world. And we are the ones who are learning to resolve all the unfinished business of our ancestors, the unfinished business of ourselves, so that we're not creating the world out of our trauma, but are finishing our trauma and letting consciousness bring the new world into our awareness. Okay, that seems like a good place to start. Take a deep breath and say, I love myself and I can change. Peace be with you and in you because of you. And may you find that deep peace in your deep self, the center of your body, the center of your being, the calm within the storm. And may you bring it. Now could change.